What law of assumption boils down to is simply denying the evidence of the senses and just accepting the evidence of your imagination. Otherwise, you will get lost in the circumstances no matter how strong you are or no matter how logical or rational you are. Because this is the world of effects, it's not the world of cause. But people who get lost in the circumstances and they are too immersed into the world of effects, then they are at the mercy of the world of effects because they are reacting to the world. They can't change their thinking because the circumstances are right in front of them, telling them bad news, and they are accepting it, and therefore they cannot change the conditions of their life. It's like it is a certain stubbornness, like Neville Goddard said, brazen impudence. The word brazen impudence means that you are like very stubborn in your ideas and in your imagination, and you don't give enough about the world of effects. And recently, well, not recently, I had a computer, I have a gaming laptop, work laptop, and this laptop had screen issues a year ago. The screen was glitching and there were problems with it, and I messed it up by myself by cleaning the screen with a cleaning liquid, and this liquid messed my screen up. But I refused to accept the evidence of the senses or what happened. I said that my laptop is good. It's working nicely. I imagined doing the same task that I was doing before my laptop was working. I imagined them in my imagination. And I kid you not, within a couple of days, I started my laptop again and it worked flawlessly. And I was amazed, but at the same time, I was like, of course, I mean, I imagined it. So this is only because I worked on the level of cause, which is consciousness, and I denied the evidence of the senses. So of course it was gonna happen. But there was a still lingering fear within me that it's not fully fixed. Because our consciousness, we are not steady in our faith that our circumstances dwindle. Because God imagines things into being and God has no doubt. The only thing on this level of our consciousness, which is limited, it is the same consciousness because there is only one being, there is only one God, and there is only one consciousness. We are sharing, or we are borrowing the same consciousness from God, but it's limited. And in this limited consciousness of a human, we have a bunch of doubt. And this doubt, we wake up in the morning and we start getting flooded with doubts. That's the human experience. And since we are not able to be steady with our faith, our circumstances, our life fluctuates a lot. But that's okay, that's the human experience. So because of my fear, the laptop got, this time the screen went out, like completely gone. Before, at least it was showing something, this time it was gone. Well, I still said that I refuse to accept. I refuse to accept the evidence of the senses, and I refuse to accept this event. So I decided that my laptop is working perfectly without me paying a single penny. Like, it's working, it's perfect. So I sent my laptop to the ASUS service here in Russia. When I went to the service, I said, no, my laptop is fixed free of charge. And I refuse to accept the evidence of my senses. And I refuse to accept my own mess up. I refuse to accept all of it. I am going to the causal plane and I'm imagining that my laptop is working perfectly free of charge. So I gave my laptop to the service and they checked it and they accepted the warranty by themselves. We didn't have to argue or nothing. They just accepted it. And lo and behold, my laptop got fixed and they didn't charge me a penny. So it was, maybe it doesn't seem to be a huge manifestation for some people. And as Neville Goddard says, that it happens so naturally, it always happens so perfectly, so naturally, that if you tell people, they will say it would have happened anyway. Like, it's not your brain power or anything, it just happened. Because this is a natural world, this is a linear world. If something magical were to happen here, then the human experience would be messed up, right? Because God is seeking a human experience on this plane of existence. God wanted to be magical, then he would conjure up other worlds, and he probably has. There are magical worlds where magic is real, and you can. A lot of teachers who teach astral projection and the astral plane say that things happen immediately there on astral plane. Whatever you are feeling, you can see it in other people. If somebody is sad on astral plane, you can see it in their being. It's very instantaneous manifestation there. So there are probably planes there, but here on human existence, it has to be natural. It has to be natural in a linear sequential fashion. So whenever your manifestation comes, it comes in such a natural fashion that other people will say it would have happened anyway, or you are lucky. The one who has imagined, the one who has done the work, knows that it wasn't coincidental, that they imagined it on the causal level, because this is the world of effects. Remember, Neville Goddard said that this is the world of the dead. The meaning, what he was trying to say, this is the world of the dead, is because there is no change that is happening here. Whatever is here is solid. It was done the previous day of people imagining the world to be a certain way. So this is done. You can't change anything here. The only place where cause lies of this world, where this world is animating from, is the causal level of the consciousness. So imagination, thought, feeling, and your identity, what you call yourself. So that's the level. So the one who imagines, the one who puts the work, and when manifestation comes, this person knows that they did the work. They did something on the causal level, and things appeared a certain way. But everybody else around you will deny it because it will happen so naturally. And this laptop has another manifestation story behind it. Is when I was in Malaysia, I had a desktop PC and I wanted to replace it with a laptop, because I wanted to travel around, and a desktop PC is heavy. You can't really move around to different countries, and I wanted a laptop. And I got a job at a new company, and they gave me the laptop. They gave me the money to buy the laptop. I didn't imagine how I'm gonna get the money to get the laptop. I just imagined that I have a nice laptop and I am doing the activities that I want to do. I'm doing my work on it, and I just got offered this job, and this job came to me. I didn't even they reached out to me on LinkedIn. I didn't do anything. I didn't apply there. So what I'm trying to say is that this world of effects is where cause does not lie. So stop paying attention to it, because you will not. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, Neville Goddard said, and I think it's a Bible verse too. That a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So people who imagine and then look at the circumstances and freak out, they are double-minded, right? For example, I would imagine that my laptop is working, but at the same time, I would be looking at, you know, trying to pay for my laptop to get fixed. Well, that's not faith, isn't it? That's double-mindedness. So I just said that the laptop is fixed. I felt pressing the buttons and looking at the screen and things appearing how they should, and me feeling satisfied that it is working. It's so nice to work on it. I'm so happy, and that's it. And it happened flawlessly after that. And so the laptop was fixed, free of charge. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is circumstances are a prison of man-made prison. And Man cannot get out of the prison by just looking at the walls of the prison all the time. You have to imagine that you're out of the prison, right? It's a mental prison, and mental prison, because you cannot see more than what you see with your physical eyes, you will not experience different circumstances than what you can see. To experience something more than what you are and more than what you have in your life, you have to imagine it. You have to imagine this new experience, and then this new experience from the causal plane will manifest to this plane of effects. But if you keep looking at the effects, you will be discouraged. You will be in the box, you will be in the mental prison, and there is no way out of it other than imagination. So I guess this is it for this video. Until next time, bye bye.